I'm a junior.
I'm a junior as well.
And I'm a senior.
Today we're going to present to you our project, and we wanted to do education for all, healthy eating habits, and it's called Eat Right Future. And this is the video.
WHO believes that we are in the grip of a global epidemic.
23.9 million children aged 2 to 19.
1.4 billion adults are
Only 1 in 3 children are physically active every day.
It's estimated by the year 2020, obesity will be the single biggest killer on the planet.
So before starting, we just want to tell everyone our goal. And our goal is to encourage a change in the eating habits of the young generation with hopes that they will then affect and teach those of this generation in order to create a healthier lifestyle.
So we're going to show to you some statistics which really affected us, and that's why we started doing it. 800 million is the total number of people in the world who suffer from hunger and malnutrition.
And 1 child dies every 6 seconds from hunger-related causes.
There are 16 million people undernourished in developed countries.
And more than 1/3, or 34.9% of US adults are obese.
This is a particular article that caught our attention because, as my colleague mentioned earlier, we're from Paraguay, so it was very shocking to see that 30% of the Paraguayan population is in fact overweight. And this also, it says that some patients are too fat to fit into ambulances. So, as it says, 5,000 supersized patients a year are denied transport because they exceed weight and size limits or because they cannot fit through aircraft doors.
And so before anything else, maybe everyone has a different meaning of what malnutrition is, and it refers to the situation when there is an unbalanced diet in which some nutrients are in excess or are lacking, which is over or undernourished.
So why should we eat healthy? Could someone tell me some reasons?
Because we have a better lifestyle, we can be more active and live a better life.
So basically, it's exactly for that. It helps us increase our self-esteem and self-confidence. It shows that there's a direct correlation with our eating habits and our grades and our attention span. And it helps boost our immune system and helps create an overall sense of well-being.
It also reduces health issues and diseases. It can help prevent chronic diseases and can reduce the risk of cancer. So we realized that the first step in eating healthy is learning to eat healthy. So we went to various schools and gave presentations of how to eat healthy. And we suggested to them to eat with different categories like grains, fruits, vegetables, proteins, and dairy. So now I handed out cards. So all the ones are in one team, all the twos, all the threes, all the fours, and all the nines, I think was the other number. Fives, sorry. And you're around the room, they're hidden these objects.
No, sorry. Around the room, there are 5 different objects hidden. A small ball, a roll of tape, ribbon, a packet of Doomy,
Candy.
yes, candy, and glue. And your task is to find them.
And whichever group finds the most, you can get up and join your groups.
What are you? Two. Okay, two. There. Two.
4. Ahí está la boligoma, ahí está la pelota.
You got a chair, bro.
No, ya está agarrando todo.
Whatever.
Keep fighting, keep fighting.
So it's not one per group, there's one of each item in total. So as a whole, I think
There are 5 groups.
yes.
You got one?
No, you have to get ¿Dónde está el tape? Ven, que ella tiene un... Ah, tenemos bastante.
Hey Luis, we want.
We're missing the ball.
Tape and the glue.
It's a solid ball. No, it's another ball. It's not it. No, that's it's a small ball. Once you hit a point and get it.
Okay, it's towards the right side, towards my right side. I'll get it.
Dijiste lo que yo escuché. No, es que lo dicen unos piquinos.
Is
That's not the ball.
No. Claro, está que
I mean,
encima de la
yours is,
cámara.
okay, yours is a paper ball.
¿Cuál es la cámara?
It's this side.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Look in the bag. Oh, that's Lucas's bag.
More hints. It's like around here.
Yes, it's.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
You found it?
So do we have any volunteer group?
Yes,
Volunteer group? Oh, for what? For an activity. Okay, can you get all the objects up here?
So
Each of these activities represents one of the important things you have to eat per day. The candy represents carbohydrates, the glue represents proteins, the ball represents fruits, the tape represents vegetables, and the ribbon represents dairy.
So your task is to, without using the tape, try to unite these five.
Like join all together
Without what?
without using the tape. But the tape has to go with it too.
Hello, sorry for the interruption. We know that some sessions started a bit over time and we really don't want to cut the session short. So it's okay to go a bit past the time. We'll have snacks for you waiting in the lobby. Thank you.
You have 2 more minutes. Good job. How easy was it to tie on?
Like yes, from 1 to 10. 8. Okay, so even those, we can see that even those 2 numbers were yet missing. And as my colleague mentioned before, thank you. As my colleague mentioned before, each of these elements represent a different thing in our eating habits. And this activity just tries to show how important each one of it is in order to create a perfect balanced meal and thus creating a healthy eating habits for ourselves.
So this is what we thought the kids we went to, that you should eat 1/4 vegetables, fruits, grains, protein, and a little bit of dairy. We also thought that the water.
Can we have volunteers?
2 volunteers. Yes. Okay, and you can kind of someone with you if you want. So over here you can see that we have 6 drinks and we have packets of grams of sugar. Your objective is to put it from least to greatest. And here's group A and group B, and we'll take it to the middle. Okay. Do you understand? Yes. So we are group A and you guys are group B. If you're like Coca-Cola, and then how many grams you think it is? From least to greatest.
No, you can have it. You can touch the drinks or the packets of sugar.
Charms, ¿sabes qué?
No, no. Put down chocolate milk first. Juice. 20 seconds. Ahora con Powerade. Con la coca. Con la coca con
You have 1 more minute.
So these are the answers.
The yogurt.
Group A said that yogurt was 20 and they're right.
Woohoo. Group B as well. Watts, 25 grams. The juice, correct. Red Bull, 27. Chocolate, 33. Powerade, 30. And Coca-Cola, 60.
Ay, no gana.
So the boys won. So you can, for this activity, we wanted to show you that who has Coke, who has, in a week.
Occasionally,
Like there's this much sugar, if you guys want to like see, in one bottle of Coke. And many times we think that, for example,
We give kids chocolate milk because we think it's good for them, but you can see that it actually has 33 grams of sugar, just this small bottle. And who doesn't like Red Bull? It has a lot of
This for you guys.
Okay, so most of us, we all live in South American countries, and we don't have an excuse to eat healthy because there's a lot of vegetation, and there's lots of fruits and vegetables available all year long.
So basically what we've been telling you, like, all throughout this presentation is like you should be eating healthy and like you should eat this and not that, but then you should also mind the size that you're eating. For example, 20 years ago, bagels had it was 3 inches in diameter and now it's 6 inches.
You can see the
That's how much it
difference.
has grown. And then the say McDonald's, it has 3 burgers for the price of 1. And obviously you want to buy the 3, but although it's good for your pocket, it's not good for your health. And like here, there's like the sizes that you can compare to. Like say chocolate, you can get it for the size of like the dental floss, or the beans as much as the light bulb. That's the ideal portion, the right portion that you should be having.
Do you want to show that for a second?
You would be saying like it's nothing, but like it's because we are accustomed to like the big portions that we think that this is the right portion.
We never just eat one small piece of chocolate.
And you don't process like you're full until like 20 minutes later. So that's why you should eat slowly. So here are some tips for the control size, as I said. That you should use the small dishware, and then like also these are other sizes like with your fist. Let's say for pasta, it's like the size of your fist, or for the chips or popcorn, and like the cheese should be the size of your thumb.
We grow and produce enough food for everyone on the planet, yet there are 870 million hungry. People on the planet, and 2.5 million children die of malnutrition every year. Worldwide, we produce 27% more food per person today than we did 50 years ago, even as the global population.
Should I let buffer for a second?
So videos like these and statistics like the ones that we originally showed, those are the things that motivated us to work for this project. We started a couple of years ago, and we started pretty small, but now slowly we're growing. And mainly we try to spread our message by holding like workshops and even cooking classes. And we focus on giving our presentations to children ages 4 to 18, because we think that sometimes many people might think that people who are only 4 years old are a bit young to learn, but we think that by implementing a habit at a younger age, it will be easier for them to get used to it. So by the time they're our age, they don't have to suffer through unhealthy eating habits, and then they can teach their peers and eventually their children about them.
And how are we going to sustain our project? Last year we went to the conference gym in Ecuador, and we learned many things there. And as we told you, we both are juniors and she's a senior. So our plan is to involve more people so they can go and spread awareness of malnutrition too.
And we're
More than double. Yet in Europe and North America, each consumer wastes 210 to 250 pounds of food per year. As millions of people go to bed hungry, half of the food produced in the United States is wasted between the farm and the fork, discarded as a result of the inefficiency in the human-managed food chain. In the U.S., nearly 8% of the food is lost in production. The food industry loses 4%, supermarkets are responsible for 6%, restaurants contribute 15% of the food in the landfills, households throw away nearly 25% of the food they buy. The cost of this waste is about $165 billion annually. That's more than 5 times as much as we spent on foreign economic aid in 2011. This waste doesn't only affect people, the environment suffers from it as well. Did you know throwing away 1 gallon of milk is like throwing away 1,000 gallons of water? That's because it takes that much fresh water to produce 1 gallon of milk. A quarter of our water used for irrigation is used on food that is wasted. So when you throw away your food, you are throwing away all the water that it takes to grow, produce, and ship it as well. On top of that, an estimated 16% of methane emissions from our landfills are caused by food waste. By saving 15% of the food we normally throw away, we can feed more than 25 million Americans every year. If we start paying attention to what we waste, we can end up saving a lot more than just leftovers.
So with this video, I wanted to show you that this is one of like our future goals that we wanted to get to, like for our school, to not get more than you are taking or eating, and as well as not throwing away that food, because basically, for example, today, a lot of us like grab more than we need and then just put it back on the plate so they can be taken away, and we don't know where that food goes, and if it's thrown away, it's causing a lot of pollution as well.
We already said our Here you can see some images which we gave presentations in our school to 4th and 6th graders. And we did a similar activity of the drinks with them.
Some of the problems we faced at hand was that the children had a limited attention span. So even though our presentations were short, it was sometimes difficult to get their attention. But then we realized that once we engaged with them and we did like certain activities and we did a lot of hands-on activities, then they were really keen on learning, because they realized that even though, so another problem that we faced was that they said that most of the times they're not the ones in charge of their food, because not many 4th graders enter the kitchen and cook their meals. It's mostly their parents or their cooks that do it, so many times they said that that was a limitation that they thought they would face.
And we learned, like when we went to 6th grade, we gave them 45-minute presentations, but we learned that was really long for them. So when we went to the 4th graders, we gave them 15 minutes presentations, but we went twice. So then they know that it is an important thing that they should change. You are what you eat. Who would you like to be? Think about it today. It's never too late to change.
He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything.
So eat less carbonated drinks, refined sugar, artificial sweeteners and color, processed food, and eat more food, which are fruits and veggies, organic clean protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and drink water.
Eat whole, drink water, stay active, and be healthy. Are there any questions? We have a brief activity right now. It's
called Trash-Ball, and basically we're gonna form teams again, and your goal is, so you have to answer the question and then get various points, like from 3, 2, or 1, and you have to make it in here with the ball.
It's like trivia. So who wants to start?
no, so it's the same groups you had. So one person from each group comes, like in turn. Okay, so first participant.
Oh, I want to try that. Can I try that?
What is the most important meal of the day?
Breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast.
You can choose which one you want to do. 3, 2, or 1.
Go ahead.
This is so good.
Let's do it, dude. Cheers. You voted.
Don't do that. True or false?
Go.
The
Good try.
by a 20-year-old in 1905.
see that's 340. Yeah. Oh.
Close.
How many portions of fruit and vegetables should you have per day?
Wait, what? How many portions of fruit and vegetables should you have per day?
4 to 5.
Yes.
Woo!
Nice. Wow.
I was gonna say 4 for 3 cents.
That was like a cannonball, man.
Any more volunteers?
No, but this is harder. This one is bigger.
Okay, why? Do you know? Correct. At least 1/4 people eat some type of pasta every day.
That was
Okay, anyone can come up.
Just without groups.
She's